Hey, so today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video on the new products I got from E.L.F. And my last video that I posted, I think, was an E.L.F. haul. If not, then this might be going up after another video, but I'm pretty sure that this will be going up after that haul. But yeah, so today I'm just going to be trying the new products that I had in that haul. This is kind of just going to be like somewhat tutorial style. So I'm just going to like try out these products and kind of just do my makeup, but also add these products in at the same time. The palette that I'm going to be using for the eyeshadow is what I showed in that video, which is the Mad for Matte palette by E.L.F. And I'm just going to do a plain matte eyeshadow look. So to begin with, I'm just going to prime my eyes, and I already moisturized my skin using the Cetaphil lotion, the just regular Cetaphil moisturizing lotion, because for some reason, like any kind of SPF, I don't know if this is just my skin, but lotion with SPF in it tends to make me get irritation. So if you have sensitive skin and that happens to you and you found a SPF that works for you, then leave that down below. But I'm just gonna zoom in really quick. I always have a habit of putting too much eyeshadow primer, so I'm trying to just put a little pea-sized. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this eyeshadow primer with the matte cream color right here. So I'm going to put on this transition color right here. And that's a really nice color for my skin tone. If you're like my skin tone, that transition color in this palette is like perfect. I'm just going to concentrate a little bit of this in the crease.
Precisely chuck this in the crease.
So I think what I'm going to do is take a little bit of this reddish burgundy type color right here and put that in the crease. This didn't record, but what I did was I went in and built up that burgundy color from this palette, from this E.L.F. matte palette, and blended it out. So that's all I did when the camera wasn't off. I'm going to go in with that kind of chocolatey brown right here. I don't know if it's showing up true to color on the camera, I hope so. Yes, this eye look is a little bit smoky. I tried to act like this was like a natural look, but it is turning out to be a bit smoky. So yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna make this look into. I'm just going into this with like not having any set look that I'm doing. Now I'm going to blend that out using the angled shadow brush by Real Techniques, which really, it says angled shadow brush, but it is like a blending brush. It's fluffy and blending brush-like to me. And then I'm going to take the E.L.F. blending brush and blend the top edges of that. Right. I don't know if I want to use this palette on the lid or if I want to go in with a different shadow on the lid. I'm going to go in with that cream color again at the top front of the palette and put that on my brow bone. And this is a good way to, if you bring your shadows up a little too high, just lay down that cream color again, and that should help you out. I think I'm going to use the color Lala from ColourPop, and that's what that looks like. And I'm going to be doing a review on these ColourPop shadows very soon. As you can see, this is a well-loved color. It's very dipped into, and I love it. I would recommend with these shadows, though, to use your finger, because using a brush doesn't give the effect the full-on effect, like using your finger or a sponge tip applicator. I heard some say, but I don't have sponge tip applicators, and I like never use them. Color, I'm gonna add a little more of that burgundy color that I added in earlier, and just put that in the outer corner. I think I'm gonna go in a little bit with this deep brown right here, and I haven't used this yet, so I'm gonna go in with that right there. This one.
But I'm kind of a fan already.
I never purchased that Kat Von D palette, but just from looking at the colors online and in store of that matte palette from Kat Von D, these two are quite similar. These colors are quite similar to those. Okay. I'm gonna take a little bit of that black mixed with that cranberry brown color and put that more in the crease. And what I did before, because I don't remember if I told you guys what I was doing or if I was just like doing it or not. But what I did before was reapplied that lid color a little bit, because when I blended and everything, the lid color kind of went away a little bit.
It's all about the blend.
Yeah, but I really like this eyeshadow palette, and so far I'm a big fan of this shadow palette. The shades are creamy. The only one that's a little powdery is that cranberry color. The rest of them have a very nice texture. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do my eyeliner. Okay, and I'm gonna use, and this brush set is one that that I'm going to I might film an in-depth review on them. I'm not sure if I'm going to or not, but it's the Real Techniques eyelining set. And today, to do my gel liner, I'm going to be using the Precision Liner brush with the ColourPop Cream Gel color in Swerve, which is a like matte black color. I went a little thick with the liner today, but I like it. And there's my liner for the one eye. Okay, and now both eyes are done. It's not perfect. I just started using gel liner when I got this. I've tried gel liner before and I never was a fan until I started using a different brush with it. I think it was the fact that I was using like angle brushes that were too thick, and now I've been using the Real Techniques brushes. I absolutely love the silicone liner brush. I like this liner brush, the Precision Liner, and I really like that ColourPop Drink Cream Gel color. I'm a big fan. I like it. For primer, I'm going to use, and this is, I'm not doing a first impression on this because I have already used this a lot, and this is the E.L.F. Hydrating Face Primer. I'm going to do my lower lash line work using that matte palette. Using the Modern Minerals You're Gorgeous like little lower lash line type of brush. I'm gonna go into that color that I used as a transition color, that and the color next to it. I'm gonna take a little bit of that red color, but not too much, and mix it with the brown color next to it. I might put on just a little bit of brown eyeliner on the bottom lash line. Yeah, so what I did was, and I don't think I recorded this, I think I forgot to press record, but I used this brush, the Your Gorgeous brush by Modern Minerals. I don't know if that's the name of it, but that's all it says on here. But I use that brush to smudge out that brown liner that I put on the lower lash line a little bit. Now I'm going to work on the face. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation in the color Natural Beige. I think this is just like just a tad too dark for me. I can still blend it into my skin when I use it, so it still ends up looking good. But the brush that I'm gonna use to blend this in, I think I'm going to use the E.L.F blending brush, this little brush. This reminds me of a Sephora brush that I have seen before. I can't remember what the name of it is, but I know that I've seen it before. Okay. So now I'm going to use the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer. I've already used this before, so this can't be a part of the first impression. But for a little mini review on it, I like it so far. I seem to really be a fan. It's not too thick. It doesn't cake up under the under eye. It doesn't cake up under the under eye, and the light medium seems to be a good color for me because it's a little bit highlighting, but not too highlighting. And it just seems to work out once I blend it out and everything. So to blend that out, I'm just going to use that same brush because it has little corners and you could easily... The majority of my face I'm going to set with the Naked Skin powder. And I'm going to use the Real Techniques Bold Metals number 103. And this is a limited edition brush, so I'm sorry. I don't know if you can still get it or not. If you can, I'm sure that it'll be on Amazon or something. I saw them recently in Ulta, and they were on sale because of the end of the holiday. For the under eye setting, I'm going to be using a E.L.F product. I don't think I hauled this, but I hit pan on the yellow color that I use all the time. I never use the other three colors hardly, but I use this color almost every day. Now for the brows, I'm going to be using a product I haven't used before also, and this is the Instant Lift Brow Pencil from E.L.F in the color Neutral Brown. And it has a spoolie on one end and the pencil on the other. And I showed what the color of this was in the other video, so I would check that video out if you want to see what it looks like, what the color looks like on my hand. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. If this doesn't look the best, bear with me. I haven't used an eyebrow pencil to do my brows in years, probably. I've always either used a pomade type product or powder. Okay, yeah, I like it. I like it so far. I think it's alright. I'm gonna zoom in on that brow and show you what it looks like. Zoom in, focus. So that's what that brow looks like. Now I'm gonna go off camera and do the other brow. Okay, and here is with both of them done. And I think it turned out pretty good. I like the way it looks a little bit, it doesn't look super natural, which I honestly am not a fan of supernatural brows. But I like the way it looks, and I think it looks kind of feathered and stuff. I think I like it. Yeah, I think I like the brow look that this gave me. And it's an ashy type of color, which I love. I don't like warm tone colors for my eyebrows at all, even though my hair is quite warm. As you can probably tell, since my lighting is really good, now it looks super red in the camera to me. But it's not extremely red, it's like more of a coppery, like orangey, copper red. Cause I prefer that on my skin tone, as I'm very yellow. I feel like I look really good with copper tones, orangey type colors. I love orange, to be honest, orange is life. Now I'm going to move on to bronzer slash, I guess, contour. And the product that I'm using right now is not one that I'm like first impressioning. I've been using this for the past few weeks and I seem to like it. It's a little more bold than I'd go for, and it has a little bit of a reddy tone. It's the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. I don't know if I use this in my holiday dramatic tutorial or whatever. Yeah, I'm not doing anything real dramatic. I mean, this might be dramatic to some people. Honestly, my everyday makeup is dramatic to some people. Like, I have people tell me that I go all out with my makeup every day. I'm like, hun, if you really saw what going all out was, then you'd know that that ain't true. Because for me, going all out on my makeup is like drama central, like dramatic ass makeup. I'm just putting it down my neck and stuff to blend. And for blush, I'm going to put on, I think since I'm using a lot of E.L.F in this video, this is just gonna end up being an E.L.F video. I'm just gonna put on a blush from my E.L.F blush palette. And since I use the contour palette, gotta use the blush palette, I'm gonna use the highlighter palette in a minute. I'm just gonna go out with my E.L.F palettes. That's just what's gonna happen. It's gonna be E.L.F out, that's what it's gonna be. Okay, and I think I'm going to lightly dip into this red color. I know it looks very scary, but if you lightly dip, just lightly, then it's alright. For my skin tone, this would be absolutely beautiful on a deep skin tone. This would be gorgeous. For my skin tone, I have to be careful and like blend it a lot. If you're my skin tone or deeper, I would definitely recommend this palette. They have a light one, but if you like dramatic blush, even if you're lighter than me or if you're really pale, then I'd also get this. But I'd really recommend it for like if you don't want super dramatic look, for a deeper skin tone. And I'm gonna literally tap into this 2 times. And see, even the 2 times was a lot. So what I have to do to make this work is blend it a lot. Okay, I don't think that's too dramatic. I like it like that, actually. This is more dramatic than I normally go for, but I like that, actually. It's not too much. on my cheeks, I'm gonna use, as a highlight, I'm going to mix these bottom two colors. I'm a very glowing person. I like glowy appearance, so I put that like everywhere. Okay, so basically where I left off was talking about the E.L.F. illuminating palette, and I put on these two here at the bottom on my cheeks, and as you can see, these just give a very subtle glow. So if you're looking for like anything too much, then I wouldn't go for these, but the top two actually are a lot more shimmery. And if you're really pale, this one would work for you, because it's like basically white, and if you have a deep skin tone, this one would work well for you. But what I did was I mixed the bottom two because I felt like that looked really good with my skin tone, but I also like the top two mixed together. But I would probably not use this by itself. I feel like it might look, I don't know, I'm gonna try putting that on too. Yeah, it doesn't seem to look too much once I put it on by itself. So I'd say for this palette, I'd say it's a go. I like it. It seems pretty good, and I would definitely recommend it. But if you're looking for like a literally like strobing, like the sunlight is literally dancing on your cheekbones type of glow, then you're not gonna get that with this. And for my eyelashes, firstly what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curl my lashes with this just eyelash curler. Then I'm going to put on the Dior Show Maximizer Lash Plumping Serum. Just on my lashes. I need to turn this light on. For mascara, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant. Now I'm going to also layer on the Stila Huge Mascara. So the lip color that I'm going to put on is the Manna Kadar. It's like a lip color. I think it's like a lip stain, but this is like a glossy lip stain. So the color this is at the bottom, it's called Lucky. For lower lashes, I'm going to put on the Maybelline Lash Sensational in Waterproof. Now that I'm done with the lips and the mascara and stuff, I'm going to spray on this illuminating mist and set. And it's a makeup setting spray. Alright, so just to talk about how it sprays out. When you put this on, it literally like, your skin is like freaking like drenched, like, because so much comes out, and it's not like a fine mist. Like, okay, another setting spray that I have, which is the NYX Dewy Finish Mist. This one comes out a lot more fine than this. This literally, like, it comes out in a straight like line, and it's like not very it's just not, it doesn't go like all over your face, and like in like the spray, it like sprays in one spot. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not a fan of the way it sprays, but we'll see if the way that it actually makes your makeup last throughout the day is better than that. Okay, so now that that setting spray has set, just looking at it, it did give a little bit of luminosity and stuff. I'm just hoping that it won't make me look more oily, because I do have combo skin and I do get oily through my T-zone, which the NYX Dewy Finish Spray actually helps me not get as oily while giving me a luminous finish. So it's not like doing that. So I have somewhat high hopes for this, but I don't really like the way it sprays out. So I'll come back in a couple hours and let you know how I feel about this. But overall, with the makeup, I do feel pretty good about it at this very moment. But that could change by how long the lasting power is and stuff. So let's hope for good, but I'll come back in a couple hours and let you know this wore. Alright, so right now I'm just like checking in, and basically, since I was eating, my lipstick is gone. My eye always does this. And I think this is just user error. It has nothing to do with the mascara or anything. It's because when I spray my setting spray on, I never give it enough time to dry before I, like, put my eye down and just move my eyes and stuff, which I should be giving it time to dry. And as you can see, my eyebrows are still on. That highlighter, I don't know if you can see it better. It does look a little bit more pronounced in this lighting. I am a little bit oily, which I'm not very surprised about because I have combo skin, but I'm just a little bit oily on my forehead and I have highlighter on my nose, so I think that's just highlight. But yeah, so that's the makeup so far. And it's been a couple hours, and I'll come back in a couple more hours. Okay, so this is my last check-in of the day, and my brows are in place. I am kind of shiny, like everywhere. My forehead especially though, and in my T-zone area. And my lipstick was gone a while ago because I ate dinner and everything. But my makeup, for the most part, did seem to stay. Like my bronzer and my blush and my highlight stayed. And my eyeshadow always smudges under my eye. And I think the reason why that happens is, I think I said this in the other clip, but I never wait long enough after I spray my setting spray on and I just move my eyes around and everything. And my eyeshadow's a little creased, but yeah, it seems like all of the things stayed in place that I was talking about, and I really like them. Overall, I seem to feel good about these products. I like that highlighter palette, and I really like this brow pencil. And the setting spray seems to be pretty good. It gave me a bit of glow, but it didn't make me greasy any faster, I don't think. It's been about 8 hours of the day, and yeah, I would definitely recommend these products, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.